Coach, I know you talked about wanting to instill the positive frame of mind on these guys. Do you maybe almost encourage them to not look at the schedule, not look at where they are in the standings, because that could be a way to press guys a bit?
Well, I've always taken the approach, the next one's the most important one. And that's what we've tried to institute here. When first day on the job, it wasn't about anything other than the first game. And then it goes on to the second game, and goes on to the third game. And tomorrow, tomorrow night against Philadelphia, that's the most important event in their lives, and that's what we're getting ready for. We were an upbeat group today. I think a day off does that to players, refreshes them. And I think they earned the day off from a work standpoint, that we put them through a lot in the first couple of days here, and we got short bodies in both games. We were down 2 players in both games early, so the players that have been playing in the lineup have been taxed fairly heavily. And if you expect your players to perform at 100+%, they can't do it tight. They can't do it worn down. So that was the theory behind it.
Can you talk about the play of Carter Ashton as the NHL debut the other night, and like you said, had to be thrown in there because of you guys with short bodies. So your thoughts on how he played?
Well, I thought he did okay. I thought that he looked like a rookie at times, but I think most guys that are put in those situations, and I put him in the starting lineup so that he could get over the jitters right away. It's important. I was just praying that they weren't going to put the Malkin line out there to start against the kids. But you could see he was taking deep breaths during the national anthem and all those things, so that's the excitement. You feel good for the kid. And I thought that he went out and did what he was supposed to do. He's a physical player. He can skate. He's a big kid. He had 5 hits in the hockey game. I didn't think he made too many mistakes with the puck, so I would say overall his debut was a positive from a coaching standpoint to a player.
Yeah, you played a few years with his dad, Brent, in Winnipeg there, and he shaves of his dad.
Yeah, he looks a lot like his dad. He does. And I know his mother too, so with his parents and the relationship, it's one of those, then you're starting to know how old you are when you're starting to have players on your lineup that you played with their fathers and know their mothers, so I don't know if that's good or bad.
a lot of line changes today. Can you talk about what's behind it?
The line changes, I don't think they were that dramatic. I think they were forced through injury. You have to look at it and say, well, we don't have loops, so who are we going to put up there? I thought Timmy Connolly has been a real strong player for us in the 3 games, and I thought he's earned the opportunity. He's been strong down low on the power play. He's made a contribution, so that was the one move that we made. And then with Kuhlman, he's been there historically with Grabowski and MacArthur. They've been there before, and they've played very well for this hockey club. I thought that the Steckel line was good. Again, get an opportunity to be a checking group with Ashton and Crab. So again, your injuries force you to make decisions, and we tried to be as consistent as we could, because that was one of the messages we said the first day. But if you don't have people available to you, you have to make changes, and you have to look in a direction where the other players can fit, and that's what we came up with.
Judging by Cody Franson's face, he's very, very fortunate. Could have been a lot worse. So what can you tell us about where he's at, and also Mike Brown?
Well, Brownie has got a deep bruise, or I guess the new term is contusion, into the thigh area, and it's going to hold him out of the lineup for at least a week, 10 days. With Franson, his eye and is pretty much back to normal, so he's available to our lineup. And Colby Armstrong is available to our lineup, but he has to wear the cage, so he'll be protected in that manner.